Alright, I've already started pre-drilling this, and I thought I'd just help people out, because what I'm going to do is, I've actually got a frame here. I don't have a piece of timber wide enough to fit in the top of this frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join them two boards together, and I've got the cushion here. It's for a mule pad, and what you do is it's supposed to go up this way, and it had plastic in the middle of it. It's got another pad it had on the bottom too. Let's get this, I'll show you. Had this crap in it like that for a base. Looks like that. Plastic's all busted and doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some timber I'm going to join here. I'm going to put these big screws in here into this board. I've already pre-drilled the holes, and well, to stop the actual wood from cracking, you've got to pre-drill it. So what I did is I sat this board on here first, just like this, and I used that small drill bit and I drilled a hole as far as I could go down with the drill, and I held my hand on there and I moved it over and I drilled another hole down there like that, and I kept the board in that same spot like this. I come along and I drilled the hole straight down in there. That's this small one first, and then I followed up with this bigger drill bit. Once you've done that pre-hole, you can hold it in your hand. You can just drill it. You can just drill your hole through it, just like that. And this one, and it's the same as with the in here. The hole's already guided, so all you have to do is just hold your drill, and you can just let the drill pull itself into the timber, just pull it out. Just like that. Simple as that it is. And what I got is I got this screw head here, and what I'll do is this is a similar size. I'm going to put a bore hole in that piece of timber, just so the screw head gets countersunk in here. And what I'll do is I'm supposed to have the drill on low setting, just a tiny little bit on the top of it, just like that. Alright, I'm not a carpenter or nothing either, just so everyone knows, so don't go saying, oh, you're doing it wrong, or this or that in the comments. I'm not a carpenter, I'm not claiming to be a carpenter, I'm just a person who can get by. And the reason why I'm actually doing this video is I never used to pre-drill the holes, and you'd always bloody crack the timber. Like when this is pine and this is treated pine, and what happens is the pine, when it's first green, you'd be able to drill a screw through this and it wouldn't crack. But when it gets older, like when it dries out over time, over a few months, every time you go to try and drill it, it will crack every bloody time. So what we do is we've got our drill bit, yeah, not our drill bit, we've got a screw, and we need a longer screw, which is, as you can see, there's the material, and that much of the screw is going to go into it. So when you hold the timber up to it, that's how far it can go into the timber, nice and deep. I didn't really want to use such a large screw. I prefer to use a small one, but I don't have any small ones. I've got thinner ones here, but they're not long enough. What I'll do is I'll line it up, and we'll put the first one in. Like that's nice and countersunk. And if you didn't drill this hole, would split the board and the bottom board too, if we didn't pre-drill it. Don't go trying to go trying to drill your screws into your wood too fast or anything crazy. Just nice and slow, because you know, if you're really rushing and you're trying to get it in there, you could still split it. So that's how I've joined the timber. So this little bit here, because I've got it flush on this side, as you can see on here, that's the piece you're going to be kneeling on. So when I put the timber in here, I've got 3 screws, that should be enough. It just fits in that gap like that, and this will be where you're kneeling on, and I've got the pattern what I've already shown you. So what we've got to do is we've got to mark, we've got to roughly line up the holes, and I'm just going to wing this. I'm not going to measure it or nothing. I'm just going to line them up and we're going to sink some screws in. But first of all, I need to work out which sort of screws. I'll probably use these longer ones, these ones, because when it's sitting on here, we want it to go in there a fair way on both sides. Just that you're going to have a bit of weight on there from kneeling on it. Maybe I need to go up to the bigger size screws. Maybe I'll put these bigger ones in. I think I'll put these ones in. I'll go through there, yep. And what we want to do is you want to make sure that when we put this on here, on the actual timber, is we need to dodge the screw hole what I put in here. I probably could have put that, I could probably take that screw out on just that one on this side, what you can see. I'd probably take that one out and screw that directly into the frame. I might even do that now. I'll have to turn this frame over. I'll show you what I mean. So we don't, that screw, we could use that as a timber. What I'll do is I'll take this screw out. Back that screw out, and then what I mean is we actually put this in here already. Hopefully it lines up straight enough, because I did put in the centre of the wood. Not too bad. Suits me. And I've already got lined up on the other side. So what I'll do is I'll drill some holes. We want to make sure we get that. You want to make sure we get it flush. So what I'll do is I won't drill any more on this side. We'll go around the other side. Got to go around this side, and I'll drill a hole. But I'll make sure we get this timber flush on this side, because if we don't get this side flush, like even though the timbers, it is old timber, it wasn't brand new. What we need to do is we need to make sure our drill bit's as big as what the screw is, because if it's too small, the hole will actually split it. So we'll just put that in the drill trap, and I want to try and alright, we've done this side, and it looks like I've got it pretty even by the looks of it. It's not all skew with or anything. And if you did have that timber too uneven, where you couldn't use the top of it, like this is used timber. One piece was brand new, but sitting around, but the other piece was new too. It wasn't used for anything important. It was just thing. But if that had a lip or something in it, and that was real problematic, what you could do is you could get a planer or just a belt sand. You could run that over the top of that with a belt sand and make it flush. What we'll do is we'll turn it around and we'll put the screws on the other side here. We need to make sure we get this reasonable, this frame, like take any pressure off the actual frame, because we don't want any bow on it. And that looks pretty good like that. And just let the drill do the work. You don't have to force this in. And this is not a wood drill bit either, this is actually a metal bit. one more here. That's it. It folds up to this, so that's why I've got it. I will take any, you really want to get this, move the drill out of the way, set it flush so I can get it so it's even. So it's even across here, otherwise if it's not even, it'll be all stuffed up and it will look stupid. So we need to make sure we get it reasonable and just drill it slow. Keep your drill up straight. Alright. And then we'll get our screw. If this screw offers too much resistance when I go to drive it in, what we'll do is we'll actually put another one in it, or I'll get a little bit bigger drill bit, which it's going in easy. It's not alright, pull that frame up. So now we've got both the pieces of the wood in, as you can see. The frame looks pretty good. I can push that with my hand a little bit. We've already done the middle. It's important. That's nice and smooth. So that's where our padding will go. So what we've got is our paddings here. I've got to glue this back on. I'll just glue this back on like this, with some adhesive or something like that. And when you push down on it, it won't be like that plastic that busted. It'll be solid. It's actually a nail pad, and it's from my mother. She used it, so what you do is you sit on the ground like that, and you use it to put your knees on, like this. Your knees rest up against it. When you bend down, you can use the actual arms of it to pull yourself up. So that's what it's for. What older people use. If you got, like, you know, if you have a bit of trouble getting up, or you're in your garden, you're pulling out some weeds, and you're on your hands and knees a lot, you know, always make sure you kneel down. Don't go bending over all the time, because you'll wreck your back. So what I'll do is we'll drill a couple more holes in each of these boards. I'll try and get it levelled out, which is about these, right? So we'll drill another. And make sure you got your drill straight too. Keep your drill, like, you know, parallel, so it's straight. Because if you do run off, the drill will come out the side of the timber, and then there will be a bit of a mess. That's the size of our screw, what we put in. We're drilling all the way in with it. And you don't need one of these cordless and impact things, really. Just a standard drill will do. Alright, we'll put one in this side. I do have some adhesive, so this is solid now. I can actually kneel on that and we won't break it. But this actually folds up too. For actual storage. So what you do is to fold it up, you pull both of them levers in on the ends, and you can fold it down like that, and like, you know, it just makes it easy to carry. Alright, so now we've done that, and unfold it, you just pull it back out like that. I do have some adhesive spray. I'll move the drill bit the other way. The drill bit to move that stuff back. I've got some adhesive spray for here, what I think I'll put on it, because that's what I think they actually had on it once when they've done it, some sort of adhesive glue. So I'll get some adhesive spray and some sticky stuff, and I'll spray it on there and I'll just sit it on there. But what I was thinking about doing is you can't put screws or anything in this glue. Alright, so I got myself some adhesive spray for entities. So what we'll do is, we don't want the adhesive spray where you're going to actually be sitting. So we want to use the flattest of the two, should be this one. And what I really need to do is, on here, what I was thinking is I might spray some on the back of this. Stick that on there, and then we need to turn it upside down. Whoops, it just fell off. So it's got to be left to dry. It is definitely sticky already though. It's not like it's not going to stick to it, because it has got sticky. I might be trying to move too fast by getting on there and stuff. But you can definitely see that, you know what I mean, it works, this stuff. But in saying that, you've got to allow it to dry. What we'll do is we'll just put this space on here. This stuff's not new no more, so it's not going to make it easy. Got to make sure we put plenty on it. Good stuff, this adhesive spray. And we also, well, I've got it upside down, we also want to this actual timber coating, sorry, whoops, I'm going to blow around the wind, just to actually let the material, you know, the stuff that heat to the timber, give it the best chance of sticking. Alright, now before it dries, or anything crazy like that, let's get it on there and try and get it lined up too. Oh yeah, she's starting to go off. And what it is it starts off being this goo material, and being surprisingly, once it does go off, if you've got enough like surface area for it to stick to, it will it should hold on there all right. They say this stuff's fast, strong adhesive, one surface bonding, bonds hard to bond substance, adjustable with web pattern. That means out, sprays out, bonds cardboard, cork, fabric, felt, wood, metal, plastic, polyurethane, polypropylene and more. Strength is high and speed is fast. I just want to make sure that I can try and use maximum surface area of where we've sprayed it on the material to make it stick. Or just keeping pressure on it. Because obviously if you can see it, it's sticking on there. What would probably be the best thing for this, so you don't have to stand here and press it on here, would be get a flat piece of timber on the top side and one on the bottom and a clamp, and you just leave it. But you can see that material coming through here. It has got a bit of a rip in that. What I should do is get a little bit of adhesive spray in that little tear and just brush that stuff into it and use that on that foam. Like obviously when it's really wet, when it freshly comes out of the can, it's not the best it's not the best material to be, you know, playing around with until it starts going off and it gets that real gooey stickiness. Obviously it's all with the weather too. The top piece on it's already flush. The top bit looks good already, like on the top of it. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, it's not ready yet though. It's just this bottom bit. Try not to touch the top if I can, and just go focusing on that bottom. I think the reason why the bottom bit's a little bit skew with and that, because this used to be turned up the other side, so this was the piece what you'd kneel on all the time. So what's happened is this rubber cushioning mat, it's out of form of it, like it's the shape of it's lost. So that's all you want to do. Bloody good stuff, mate. 3M High-Tack 76 spray adhesive. The edges might lift a little bit on it, but like as you can see, there's a small amount on the edge of it. It's a little bit wants to lift, but it's very, very tacky on the on it. So pretty good. And as you can see, even when you put your knees in it, it's not going to move and it's not going to rip it off because the adhesive is stuck to the timber, but there's no pressure on the adhesive to make it peel or anything. And that's it. The main purpose of making the video is, like, obviously it was damaged. This was the base of it here, and we just swapped this for timber, like, you know what I mean. That was the base that was once on it, but it was all broken when you got a nail on it. Whoops, didn't want to go breaking up anymore. The purpose was only to cut the piece of timber. And I used to drill, I've drilled a lot of screws in timber and that over the time, and you know, most people always, you know, wonder how you don't crack the timber. Well, pre-drill it first with your drill. Don't get lazy or anything. Just use your drill, measure your screw width, like, you know what I mean, with the drill bit size. If that screw width's the right size and it doesn't put any pressure on the timber, what happens is if you try and force the screw into a small hole, the screw's trying to expand the timber out, and that's where it cracks it every time. So to avoid that, just yeah, pre-drill your hole just like you see me do. It's not rocket science, and if you do it real nice, you'll get a real nice job. I might set something heavy on that. I've got the screws here. I might set this box of screws and I don't have to hold it. And it'll just sandwich it. But the other piece, what I put on first, the real straight, neat piece, which hadn't been hardly used, that was perfect. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share, comment, and have a great day.